The truth about dopamine. What you've been getting wrong. Welcome back to the Health Clues. If you've ever heard someone say dopamine is just about pleasure, you might be surprised to learn that there's a lot more to this neurotransmitter than that. Today, we're diving into the truth about dopamine, what it actually does in your brain, and why understanding it is key to improving your motivation, emotions, and overall mental health. Let's break it down. So, what is dopamine really? Most people think it's all about pleasure, that it just gets released when we do something fun, like eating chocolate or scrolling through social media. But dopamine is not just a pleasure chemical, it's actually a motivational powerhouse that plays a huge role in desire, decision-making, and even our emotional states. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, which means it's a chemical messenger in the brain. It helps transmit signals in the brain's reward system, but here's where it gets interesting. Dopamine isn't just released when we experience pleasure. It's also released when we anticipate something rewarding or when we're pursuing a goal. Now, this is where it gets really important to understand how dopamine works in two distinct ways: tonic and phasic release. Let me explain. Dopamine has two types of release: tonic, which is the baseline level of dopamine in your brain, and phasic, which is the peak or burst of dopamine that happens when we experience something rewarding. Tonic release is like the steady hum of motivation. It's what keeps us going even when we're not getting immediate rewards. Think of it like this: tonic dopamine is your brain's background motivation. It's why you can keep working toward a long-term goal even if you don't see results right away. Phasic. Phasic dopamine, on the other hand, is the high you get when you actually achieve something or receive a reward. It's a burst of energy that gives you that feeling of satisfaction. Here's an example. When you finish a task, like crossing an item off your to-do list, your brain gets a quick dopamine spike. This feels good, right? But after that peak, your dopamine baseline drops, which can leave you feeling a bit empty or unmotivated. It's like a natural come-down after achieving something. Now, this is one of the reasons why people get hooked on things like social media or even gambling. These activities are designed to give you intermittent bursts of dopamine, tricking your brain into craving more and more rewards. Dopamine equals pleasure. But here's the big myth that we need to clear up. Dopamine isn't just about pleasure. It's about anticipation and motivation. It's what drives us to take action and pursue goals, not just the satisfaction of achieving them. If you're constantly chasing dopamine highs without understanding how it works, you might end up feeling stuck or burnt out. This is especially true if you rely on things like sugary snacks, junk food, or mindlessly scrolling through social media for your dopamine fix. Sure, they feel good in the moment, but they don't actually help build your long-term motivation or mental health. Healthy dopamine boosts. So how can you use dopamine to your advantage? It's all about balance. Regular exercise, meaningful work, and even practicing mindfulness can help maintain a healthy dopamine balance. Instead of chasing short-term rewards, focus on activities that provide long-term satisfaction and growth. Here's the key takeaway. By understanding how dopamine works, you can optimize your motivation and emotional well-being. It's not just about the highs, it's about creating a sustainable baseline that keeps you engaged and moving toward your goals without burning out. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about how your brain works, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And if you have any questions or thoughts about dopamine, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and remember, a little knowledge goes a long way in taking care of your mind and body. See you next time on the Health Clues.